right at the start, it was going to be a coffee morning. We were going to try and do a bit of a meeting in the local village, but I struggled with trying to find a venue. So from that, my missus actually said to me, go on Facebook, start a bit of a group on Facebook, get a bit of a following and go from there. And that's pretty much what we did. And it went quite quickly to quite a few hundred members.
The big question that initially comes is why? Why did this feel so important to you to start something?
Because I'm a man myself that suffers with mental health issues, so I know how difficult it can be for somebody with mental health problems and difficulties to talk. So I just wanted to get people to be able to open up a bit more, really.
I joined the group when Tim started. I wasn't involved in the building of it. I was very much a member, but we had a conversation around things that we'd like to do, and always fancied a podcast, and we thought it'd be good to just have a chat on, over a Zoom call, record it, and see what happens. But yeah, it kind of just grew legs from there, really. And the podcast is 5 or 6 episodes in. We're going to try and get one out sort of bi-weekly. We've got a group here. We're at the church hall at the moment. There's a group here on a Thursday night at 7:30, and it's just men talking. It's just that simple. It's just men coming in, having a chat, and there's some serious stuff. We have a laugh. There's no kind of need for someone to come in and feel uncomfortable. You don't have to speak. You can just come and listen. There's tea, coffee, pop, water. This week you've got one guy getting really emotional about something we're talking about, and then in the next breath we're laughing about something we watched on TV. It's really, really lovely. I'm probably the stereotypical bottled up bloke. I won't say something's bothering me until it's probably too late, too far down the line. I've just been doing some study, working full time, and then with lockdowns and stuff, I had a bit of a blip where, just a really low period for a couple of weeks. I found it really difficult to talk about it. So when I kind of got the invite from Tim and I joined and had to think about what that meant for me. I don't suffer with my mental health badly. I'm not, but everyone's problems are a problem, and that's something that we try and get out there. It doesn't matter how little a problem you think it might be, there's somebody within this group that's willing to listen to you.
It is the fact that you keep things to yourself. So because as a man you do bottle everything up, to get it out, it will get the reaction of, oh, I didn't know that. You've never told me that. And that's why we're doing it. That's why we want to have this group, to give people that platform to feel safe enough to open up. We're so proud of it. We are unbelievably proud of what the group brings to people. We get messages from people saying, due to your group, you've probably saved my life. And to hear that, that's a success. Just to get one person to say that, that's a massive success. So to get multiple people saying that, it just blows your mind. It's fantastic.
And Ben, multiple people from all around the world as well. We're in South Normanton, but
yeah,
you guys are reaching people worldwide.
Yeah, the podcast is out on, it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, all the kind of place where you can get it, and it's been listened to. Brazil, America, I think Australia. We had a listen, Italy. So it's finding an audience, probably external to what we thought it would get. And the podcast was just a thought of us just having a chat, but we've had and that has been the case. We heard Tim's story. We had a chat about music and sport and things that are important to us, but we've also had some guests on there. So we had a guy on that had a really severe gambling addiction. Lost £25,000 gambling, had to go bankrupt. And with stories like that, what we hope is that if that can just resonate with one person to say, I might have a problem here and I might need some help. We're not trained professionals, we're not clinicians, we can't give you a diagnosis of what your problem is. What we can offer you is support and guidance, and some people that may have been in your shoes that then can point you in the right direction of somewhere where you might be able to go and get some support.
Where can this go? What are you looking to do?
Well, the groups are a big thing. We'd like to grow the groups if we can. Maybe get more people to come to the groups, and if necessary in other areas, open more groups up. That would be a big aim. And with the podcast, get it out even more. Get it listened to even more. We've got nearly 700 listens on our podcast so far, which is unbelievable that people want to listen to us too.
It's two lads from South Normanton.
Just talking. It doesn't make sense to us. It's not a trained professional or a medical professional sat there telling somebody this is why they feel like they do. It's two normal people like anybody else just saying, I feel like this and this is why, and I've done this to try and get help, or the people have helped me doing this. And it's just, like I say, it's so rewarding. It's fantastic. The The main thing for us is to try and get men to speak, because the suicide rates for men are horrible. I think it's 3/4 of suicides are men. Just us doing our little group, if we help one person from stops them doing that, again, it's a success. We've won.
Yeah.
And the way to do that is to get on board with more men and speak to more men.
Yeah.
So if people are watching this and perhaps want to get involved, or perhaps sit on the fence and don't know whether they can, what would you say to them to get them involved?
Well, we're on Facebook. If you search in the groups for Bottled Up Blokes, then you can request to join and we can accept you. It has to be male. There's no females in the groups. Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter at Bottled Up Blokes. That's male and female, that's fine. And find a podcast, Bottled Up Blokes Opened Up.